Welcome to the Total Wellness Solutions Academy online radio network. I'm Dave, and our mission is simple. We help families make informed decisions that strengthens their overall financial well-being.
This is the brief on reciprocal customer loyalty. Today, we're looking at the absolute comedy, and honestly, the absurdity of modern consumer rewards to ask one really serious question. What does genuine, long-term loyalty actually mean? First, let's examine the absurdity of transactional earn-and-burn programs. We've literally all been there, right? Dodging traffic to save a blown-away punch card for a free turkey club, or feeling like you need a dedicated IT department just to manage 73 different store apps. So ask yourself, are these programs actually rewarding your loyalty, or are they just bribing you to make your very next transaction? Second, let's contrast those little bribes with actual economics. The average consumer joins 8 rewards programs, but only actively uses 5. True reciprocal loyalty means exchanging predictable, recurring purchases for real, cumulative value. Think of it like dating. A sign-up bonus is basically just picking up the check on a first date, which is easy. But what does the 10-year anniversary look like? Finally, how do we actually measure that long-term relationship? Well, the company referred to in our Total Wellness Solutions Academy case study totally flips the script. They track a lifetime earned metric, awarding loyalty shopping dollars that spend exactly like cash. No confusing conversions, and definitely no arbitrary discounts that just expire on a Tuesday. Because isolated, expiring perks don't really move the needle. A true loyalty program isn't some quick trick. It's a serious household economic decision made for the next 5, 10, or 20 years. Ultimately, long-time loyalty absolutely has to go both ways, because when a business benefits from your years of commitment, your household should clearly see the economic return.
Now let's welcome our guests, Alex and Emma. What a fascinating topic we have today. Take it away, you guys.
So, picture this. You are sprinting through a busy parking lot.
Oh no, I think I know where this is going.
Yeah, you are literally dodging an SUV. You are risking actual physical bodily injury. And it's all because a sudden gust of wind just snatched a tiny piece of cardboard out of your hand.
Right, the infamous sandwich punch card?
Exactly. It's your punch card. Because you have faithfully, purchased 9 turkey clubs at this deli, and you are currently holding the holy grail, right? The 10th punch, the free cheesy bread.
The elusive cheesy bread.
And as you're chasing this, $3 side of breadsticks down the asphalt, another gust of wind hits your open wallet, and suddenly 37 other business card-sized loyalty trackers just scatter into the wind.
It's a total disaster.
You are out there playing 52 pickup in moving traffic for the promise of, a free pastry.
It's a tragically recognizable image. I mean, we have all been that person, right? Just clinging to a wallet that looks like a plastic porcupine because of all those little barcode tags dangling off our keychains.
A plastic porcupine, yes. So, welcome to another episode of The Deep Dive. We are coming to you from the Total Wellness Solutions Academy network, and today you are sitting in on a fascinating case study with 2 of the lead faculty members here.
Glad to be here, as always.
And today we are exploring a massive stack of research on consumer philosophy, household economics, and this central claim that it sounds incredibly simple, but it's actually quite revolutionary. And that claim is, long-time loyalty should go both ways.
Right.
And the central question we are really exploring today is, why does that matter?
Well, it matters because while we sit here and laugh at the absurdity of risking our lives for that cardboard punch card, looking at the underlying economics, that frantic dash through the parking lot actually highlights a massive economic gap.
How so?
So we're laughing at our wallets, but we really should be examining the actual economic value of our loyalty.
Yeah.
Because a true direct-to-consumer relationship, it shouldn't just result in a free sandwich every 3 months.
Right.
It should fundamentally transform your household budget over time.
Okay, but I want to challenge that premise right out of the gate, though.
Go for it.
Because for most of us, chasing that punch card or, nowadays downloading the little app, it's just the accepted price we pay for free stuff. I mean, it feels harmless.
Sure, it feels that way.
We give them a little data, they give us a free coffee. It feels like a standard transaction. Why are we overanalyzing the cheesy bread?
Well, it feels like a standard transaction because that is exactly what it is.
Yeah.
And to understand what true reciprocal loyalty actually looks like, we first have to examine why the current system feels so, broken and transactional.
Yeah, that makes sense.
These modern systems, they are not designed to reward a relationship. They're designed to manage and, honestly, to manipulate your isolated individual purchases.
The broken part is totally undeniable because, first we had the windblown punch cards, and then the corporate world stepped in and said, don't worry, technology will fix everything.
Oh, yes, the technological savior.
Right. No more paper, no more plastic porcupines on your keys, and thus humanity entered the digital nightmare.
The app era.
The 73 apps on your phone problem. You're listening to this right now, and you know exactly what I mean. You've got the coffee app, the pizza app, the grocery app, the gas station app. Buying lunch on a Tuesday basically requires you to have your own personal IT department.
It really does. And consumer research actually formally categorizes this. They call it reward friction.
Reward friction.
Yeah, the barrier to entry to actually utilizing your own loyalty has become just absurdly high.
Oh, the friction is a literal hostage situation. We have all been the primary suspect in the register hostage crisis.
Okay, paint the picture for me.
You know the one. You finally get to the front of the coffee shop line. You have mathematically earned your free latte. You triumphantly open the app and the screen flashes. Update required.
The worst.
So fine, you hit update, then it says please log in, password, no earthly idea. You hit reset, it says we sent a verification code to your email. Which email?
Right, the one from high school.
Exactly, the one I abandoned in 2014 when I was still in college. And meanwhile, you can physically feel the line of 6 people behind you just sighing heavily.
Just burning a hole in the back of your head.
They are reconsidering every life decision that brought them into this specific coffee shop, all while you wrestle with the CAPTCHA proving you aren't a robot.
And the crazy thing is, the academic data tracks this exact phenomena.
Yeah.
Studies show the average consumer enrolls in about 8 different loyalty programs, but, and here's the kicker, they only actively engage with about 5 of them.
Wait, really? Just 5?
Just 5. It's known in the industry as the participation problem. There is this massive intentional gap between a company getting you to enroll in a program and you actually engaging with it long-term to extract any real value.
And even when we do extract value, it feels like we're playing with monopoly money. Like I opened a pharmacy app the other day and big digital confetti dropped on the screen.
Congratulations.
Right. It said, congratulations, you have 230 points. I felt like a virtual millionaire.
I'm sure you did.
So I clicked to see what my vast fortune could acquire, and the answer was essentially nothing.
Nothing at all.
Or, if I timed it perfectly, maybe a travel-sized tube of toothpaste. It's ridiculous. I currently have 127 airline points from a flight I took in, 2019. I have 13 points in a smoothie app. You need a massive spreadsheet and an advanced degree in calculus just to figure out what Tuesday's double bonus coefficient means for your 2,130 points. It feels like a deliberate smokescreen.
Well, the smokescreen is a feature, not a bug. What you are identifying there is the deliberate gap between nominal value and realized value.
Okay, break that down for me.
So nominal value is what the company claims you have earned. That's your 2,130 points.
Yeah.
It looks great on a digital receipt.
So yeah, it makes you feel rich.
Exactly. But realized value is the tangible, measurable economic benefit that actually impacts your household budget. And between the expiration dates, the minimum spend thresholds, the blackout dates, and that dizzying points calculus you mentioned, the realized value for the consumer is kept astonishingly low by design.
It just feels like they don't actually care if I come back in 5 years. They just want to bribe me into coming back next Tuesday.
That is the core mechanism of transactional loyalty. The research we're looking at compares a conventional reward program to a bad date.
A bad date?
Yeah, it's an earn and burn strategy. Think about it. The company is buying you dinner solely because they want you to agree to a second date. They are sitting around asking their marketing department, what is the absolute minimum we can offer to trigger one more transaction?
Wow.
Right. Rather than asking, what value are we actually returning to this ongoing relationship?
The dating analogy is perfect, actually, because the introductory reward, that's just the company picking up the check on the first few dates. Here's 20% off your first order. Here's a free welcome gift. It's flashy. They're peacocking, right? They're showing interest.
But anyone can pick up the check on a first date.
Mm-hmm.
The real test of an economic relationship is the 10-year anniversary.
Oh, that's a great point.
What happens a decade later?
Okay, let's see.
You sit down at a really nice restaurant, the candles are flickering, and your spouse leans across the table, hands you a punch card and says, congratulations on surviving a decade with me. Next year, your anniversary dinner is 10% off. If you have been shopping with a brand for a decade, What does that anniversary look like? Is it just a free pastry after 3 years of spending thousands of dollars?
Usually, yeah.
Let's look at the actual math of what your loyalty is worth to a corporation. Because customer loyalty is a highly measurable, highly valuable asset. In business economics, there's a metric called CAC.
Customer acquisition cost.
Exactly. It costs an absolute fortune in advertising, retail placement, and promotions just to get a new customer. But when you repeat your purchases week after week, you are giving that business predictable demand and recurring revenue. You were completely zeroing out their customer acquisition costs.
Okay, let me stop you there because this is where the math starts to make me angry.
I get that.
If my predictable demand means the company is saving a fortune on marketing, on, television commercials, and on retail middlemen, they are pocketing all that saved cash. They are hoarding the economic value of my stability.
Yes, they are.
If I am the one providing the predictable stability that makes their business model thrive, shouldn't my own household balance sheet reflect that? Like, where is my cut?
Yes. Theoretically and practically, you should get a cut. That is the exact premise of reciprocal loyalty. If your predictable demand has massive economic value, a genuinely reciprocal company will utilize that stability to benefit you, the consumer.
Okay, so how does that actually work in practice?
The best way to visualize this is through the community-supported agriculture model, the CSA, or the farm box.
Right, where you subscribe in advance to get a box of local vegetables from a farmer every month.
Exactly. The farm box works because the farmer knows exactly how many families are buying vegetables next month. They aren't guessing.
They know they need exactly 50 boxes.
Right, so they can plant their crops with incredible precision. There's almost zero inventory going to waste, and they don't have to pay a grocery store for premium shelf space. That predictable demand radically lowers the farmer's operational costs.
I see where this is going.
In a reciprocal relationship, the farmer doesn't just pocket the extra profit. They use those savings to provide you with a wider variety of better quality food at a better overall value.
Okay, I understand the farm box math. It's elegant on paper. But, and if you're listening to this, think about the soap or the vitamins currently sitting in your bathroom. I'm going to introduce what I call the Rotten Tomato pushback here.
Let's hear it.
Nobody, and I mean absolutely nobody, stays in a local farm CSA for 20 years if the tomatoes taste like wet cardboard.
Fair point.
You could have the most reciprocal points program in the world. You could give me free delivery. You could write me love letters every Tuesday. But nobody remains loyal for a free bottle of household cleaner if the cleaner doesn't actually remove dirt.
You're absolutely right. The underlying product is always the fail-safe. You cannot mathematically manufacture genuine long-term loyalty if the product itself isn't fundamentally superior.
Right.
And this brings us to the quality imperative of a true direct-to-consumer model. If a manufacturer bypasses the retail stores entirely, they aren't spending money on shiny end cap displays or, Super Bowl commercials.
Which cost millions.
Tens of millions. A reciprocal manufacturer must take all of those diverted funds and invest them directly into research and development. The products have to outperform the grocery store competitors, or they have to offer unique patented benefits, or at the very least, deliver equal quality at a significantly better price.
Because if I'm not buying it off a shelf based on a random impulse or a flashy celebrity endorsement, I'm only going to log in and reorder it next month if I actually noticed a difference in my home.
Exactly.
You're listening to the Total Wellness Solutions Academy. We'll return to today's discussion in just a moment. If you're just joining us, thank you for listening. Stay with us as Alex and Emma continue today's conversation right here on the Total Wellness Solutions streaming audio network.
So let's apply this to the specific case study we are examining today in the TWSA research.
Yes, let's get into the case study.
We are looking at a membership-based manufacturer, Melaleuca, that operates almost entirely on this reciprocal model. Because they rely on the predictable demand of their members, they divert what would be retail advertising dollars into heavy research-backed formulations.
The science in this source material is where the whole concept really clicked for me. It's not just a marketing claim of better quality, it's structural. Take the mineral delivery system this manufacturer developed, for example.
Yes. The Oligo technology.
Yes. For anyone who has ever taken a generic multivitamin from the grocery store, the harsh reality is that your body just doesn't absorb most of it.
It really doesn't.
Traditional minerals can crystallize in your digestive tract, passing right through you, which means you are quite literally flushing your money down the drain. But this company invested in a patented technology that binds the minerals to proteins and amino acids.
Right. They're essentially mimicking the way minerals are naturally found in plants.
Yeah.
And that drastically increases the absorption rate in the human body.
Which is huge.
It is. And a traditional retail brand often cannot afford that level of complex formulation because their profit margins are being completely eaten up by the grocery store middleman. Furthermore, we see this exact same investment in their peak performance nutrition packs. They didn't just formulate a vitamin, they subjected it to 4 separate human clinical studies.
And let's be clear about what a clinical study means in this context, because people throw that term around. They aren't just asking people, hey, do you feel better?
No, not at all.
They are drawing blood. They are physically measuring key health markers like free radicals and inflammation in the body before and after using the product and proving statistically significant improvements. You don't take that kind of massive financial risk on a clinical trial unless you are absolutely certain your R&D money was well spent.
Exactly. And we also see the quality imperative manifest in how they address environmental and economic waste through super concentration.
Oh, this is my favorite part of the research. Because if you go to your laundry room right now and look at the jug of detergent you bought at the big box store, you are looking at a giant plastic scam.
The water shipping problem.
Yes. Well, not just shipping water, but the psychology of retail. Traditional brands use massive, heavy jugs filled with up to 90% water because a bigger bottle takes up more visual space on the retail shelf.
It dominates the aisle.
Right. It creates the illusion of value, but you already have water in your washing machine. You are paying a premium for a company to put water in a giant plastic jug and burn diesel fuel to truck it across the country to a store.
It makes no economic sense. But when a manufacturer completely removes the retail shelf from the equation, they no longer need to play that psychological game. They can super concentrate the formulas, in some cases up to 12 times the standard concentration.
So the bottle shrinks drastically, but how does that translate to the macroeconomic scale? Like, how does a smaller bottle of cleaner actually change the math of a whole supply chain?
It creates a massive cascading effect on both the environment and the household budget. Think about it. When you remove the water filler, the product is significantly smaller and lighter.
Okay.
That means you can fit exponentially more products onto a single shipping pallet. More products per pallet means fewer pallets per truck. Fewer pallets per truck means you are putting drastically fewer 18-wheelers on the highway.
Wow, just from taking the water out.
Just from taking the water out.
No.
Over the lifespan of this specific case study, since 1985, this super concentration approach has eliminated the need for 292 million pounds of plastic packaging. And more impressively, by reducing the shipping weight, they have saved over 48 million gallons of gasoline.
48 million gallons of gas not burned just because they didn't need a giant bottle to catch your eye in aisle 4. That is the actual tangible byproduct of stepping off the retail hamster wheel.
It is. But we have to return to the core mechanism here. Because the engine that makes all of that possible, the oligo research, the clinical trials, the super concentration, the environmental savings, all of it relies on the commitment to predictable demand.
The farm box again.
Exactly. Without the commitment, the direct-to-consumer model collapses. So let's break down the actual mechanics of how this manufacturer secures that demand.
Right. So to participate in this direct-to-consumer shopping program and unlock the 30% to 50% preferred discounts, the membership requires a monthly commitment from the household. It is denominated in what they call product points, typically a 35-point minimum, which translates to roughly $75 a month.
Now, the data indicates that the average member actually shops for well over 50 points a month, naturally, simply because these are everyday consumable household items.
Yeah, we are talking about toothpaste, shampoo, laundry detergent, and vitamins, things you're already buying elsewhere anyway.
Exactly. But the 35-point minimum commitment itself is the magic number. That is the farm box. By requiring that commitment, the manufacturer can look at their membership base and forecast their manufacturing needs to the exact unit.
They aren't guessing how much shampoo to make, they just know.
They know. And that is the engine that provides the predictable volume, allowing them to operate without retail stores and without traditional advertising.
Precisely. The question then becomes, how does a reciprocal company reward you for making that commitment? And the research shows when a new member joins, they experience a very deliberate onboarding program. Over the first 5 months of their membership, a new household can earn up to $100 in free products.
It's structured almost like a gamified education.
It really is. In month 1, you place your first order and you immediately get $20 in free products. In month 2, you answer 3 quick product preference questions, which helps the company understand your needs, and you unlock another $20.
Makes sense.
And then for months 3, 4, and 5, you just watch a short educational video about the science or the environmental impact of the products, and you unlock $20 each month.
It is a highly effective system for ensuring the customer actually understands the value of what they are purchasing.
Oh, I agree. And I love free products as much as anyone. But let's be academically honest here as TWSA faculty. This is not long-term loyalty.
No, it's not.
This onboarding program is exactly what we criticized earlier. This is the company buying dinner on the first few dates. It is a fantastic welcome, and it definitely encourages product discover, but it is not the 10-year anniversary. If I am committing $75 a month for a decade, I need to know what happens after month 5.
And that is the ultimate test of the central claim we are evaluating today.
You're listening to the Total Wellness Solutions Academy. We'll return to today's final segment in just a moment. Thank you for joining our broadcast. We hope you found this conversation informative, thought-provoking, and worthwhile. Be sure to follow our broadcast and let us know if you have any questions or suggestions for future topics. And now, back to our concluding segment of this program's discussion.
The answer to whether loyalty truly goes both ways is found in how the company treats a customer after the honeymoon phase.
Right.
To understand that, we have to look at the mechanics of their internal currency and their shipping policies.
Okay, let's talk about the currency. Because as we established with the 2,130-point app disaster, nothing drives a consumer crazier than abstract, manipulated points.
Absolutely.
But this organization uses a system they call loyalty shopping dollars. And the beauty of this system is that it operates as real currency. Unlike my pharmacy fortune that requires a spreadsheet to decipher, loyalty shopping dollars are denominated in a 1-to-1 purchasing value. 1 loyalty shopping dollar equals 1 actual dollar of product.
The transparency of the currency is absolutely vital here.
Yeah.
Once a household meets that baseline monthly 35-point commitment, they can spend those loyalty shopping dollars on any product that carries product points. There is no complicated conversion rate.
You just check a box at digital checkout and the dollars are applied.
Exactly. And how you actually earn those loyalty shopping dollars is the perfect illustration of reciprocal household economics. Because if you are listening to this, think about the last time you bought something online. In traditional online retail, shipping fees feel like a direct punishment for your patronage.
Oh, the psychology of shipping costs is wild. It is easily the #1 point of friction in e-commerce.
It really is. I mean, I will have a cart full of items. I'm totally excited about the purchase. I hit checkout and I see a $9 shipping and handling fee. Suddenly, I am aggressively abandoning the cart purely on principle.
I refuse to pay the penalty.
Exactly. But what this business has done is take that primary point of friction, the penalty of shipping, and turned it into a mechanism for returning value to the customer. They call it the Shipping on Us program.
Oh, this is clever.
If you place a monthly order of 44 or more product points, the manufacturer takes 100% of the flat rate shipping cost and immediately refunds it back into your account as loyalty shopping dollars.
Yeah.
And if your order is slightly smaller, say between 39 and 43 points, they refund 50% of the shipping cost.
Okay, I have to play devil's advocate here for a second.
Please do.
Because as a consumer, I have been burned by programs that sound this generous. Do these loyalty shopping dollars expire? Because, as we noted with the bad date analogy, nothing says I deeply value our 10-year relationship, quite like an automated email screaming, use this balance by 11:59 p.m. tonight or we are confiscating your money.
It is a necessary question, and honestly, transparency is the only way a real economic relationship survives. The expiration rules here are precise, factual, and they're based entirely on how the specific dollars were generated.
Okay, lay it on me.
The loyalty shopping dollars you earn from the Shipping on Us program are valid for 3 months after the month they are awarded. They are designed as a short-term offset to let you continually experience new products without feeling the sting of shipping.
Okay, so the shipping refund has a 3-month window. What about other avenues?
Dollars earned through the company's branded rewards Visa card operate on a longer timeline. They are valid for a full 12 months. And any dollars accrued through direct corporate goodwill or specific customer service resolutions, those generally do not expire at all.
That seems fair.
The caveat, of course, is that all of this is contingent on the household maintaining their monthly commitment and keeping the account in good standing.
I can respect that level of clarity. It is not a blanket, misleading, points never expire marketing gimmick that secretly changes in the fine print. It is a clear, rule-based economic system. But, and I think this is key, here is where this entire case study really shifts from a neat concept to a profound reality for me.
What's that?
When you log into the digital member interface for this manufacturer, right next to your current available to spend balance, there is a second metric displayed. And I think this is the single most important number we are going to discuss today. It is a tracker called lifetime earned.
Ah, yes. That specific metric fundamentally alters the consumer's perspective. It forces you to look past the individual transaction and evaluate the cumulative value of the long-term relationship.
Exactly. Because if I get a $7 shipping refund on a random Tuesday in October, it doesn't feel life-changing. Finding $5 in your coat pocket is like finding a quarter on the sidewalk. It's a nice moment, but you haven't achieved financial well-being.
Right, it's just a perk.
But when you zoom out, when you evaluate the cumulative effect of getting a 30% to 50% preferred discount on superior clinically tested products, when you factor in getting your shipping refunded month after month, and when you calculate the savings of using super concentrated formulas that drastically lower your cost per use over 5, 10, or 15 years, you are no longer just looking at a free pastry.
No, the math becomes undeniable at that point.
The lifetime earned number for a 10-year customer can easily be in the thousands of dollars. That is not a marketing trick. That is a massive return of liquid value back to the household balance sheet.
And if we pull back and look at the bigger picture, this is the exact paradigm shift we aim to teach here at the Total Wellness Solutions Academy. True reciprocal loyalty requires a fundamental shift in categorization. You have to move your understanding of loyalty out of the category of marketing and place it firmly into the category of household economics.
It stops being about what trick the company can use to get you to open your wallet and starts being about how you partner with a manufacturer to protect your own budget.
Precisely. When you find a manufacturer that actively chooses to share its operational savings with you, the savings they generate by cutting out the wholesale middlemen, eliminating the fight for retail shelf space, and killing the massive television advertising budget, remaining loyal to them, is no longer an emotional choice.
It's just smart math.
It becomes a highly rational financial decision. The company benefits because your predictable demand allows them to operate efficiently. You benefit because the economic value of that efficiency continues to accumulate in your household. Long-time loyalty should go both ways, simply because you, the consumer, are providing the foundational stability that makes the entire business model possible.
So let's synthesize the journey we've taken on this deep dive. We started by sprinting through traffic, frantically chasing 37 cardboard punch cards in the wind.
We survived the parking lot.
Barely, and we endured the digital hostage crisis at the coffee shop, wrestling with forgotten passwords and useless points. But we've moved past the absurdity to discover what actually happens when a business decides to treat your predictable demand as a tangible, highly valuable economic asset and actually pays you back for providing it.
The transition from transactional rewards to true relationship loyalty is profound. It is the stark difference between a company bribing you for your next purchase and a manufacturer valuing you for your ongoing partnership.
And that leaves us with a final challenge, a provocative thought for you, the listener, to mull over as we wrap up this session. I want you to take a hard, honest look at your household budget tonight. Look at the specific places, the big box stores, and the digital apps where you have faithfully spent your hard-earned money for the last 5, 10, or even 15 years. Evaluate those relationships.
That's a great exercise.
Are you currently in a true reciprocal loyalty dynamic where the manufacturer is actively returning value to your balance sheet? Or are you just standing in line waiting for a free pastry and a travel-sized toothpaste while a massive corporation quietly reaps all the actual economic rewards of your long-term stability?
It really makes you think.
It might be time to stop dodging traffic for a cheesy bread punch card and demand a relationship that actually pays you back.
That is an excellent point of reflection to end on.
Thank you for joining us for this deep dive. We'll see you next time.
Thank you for joining us today. We hope today's conversation gave you something worth thinking about. Join us again next time as we continue exploring ideas that help families improve their overall wellness by shopping smarter and building better financial futures. Until then, take care.